Well, I'm Patrick Bowen. I'm a 25-year resident of West Virginia. I work for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the old Soil Conservation Service. Now we call ourselves the Natural Resources Conservation Service. And I want you to know that I am proud and humbled to be a nominee and an inductee to the West Virginia Agriculture and Forestry Hall of Fame. I'm surprised and validated by virtue of the fact that my peers and others that I had the opportunity to work with thought that it was meritorious enough for a nomination to something as auspicious as the Ag Hall of Fame. And in many ways I think to myself I'm too young for that, because I'm at or near retirement. Most of the folks that I know that have become members or inductees have either already passed on or have been provided lifelong work that typically of a research nature or very, very new. I had the opportunity to work through my agency's programs and the needs of the state and the local leadership to be involved in the use of purchase of agricultural conservation easements to preserve farmland. Of course, that extended to and supported other activities within the Division of Forestry. Director Randy Dye and the Forest Legacy Program was another project that we were involved in and supportive of. I was pleased over a long period of time to have the opportunity to work with leadership like the Commissioner of Agriculture, Commissioner Douglas, the new and incoming Commissioner of Agriculture, Walt Helmick. He was actually a person who carried a lot of the weight at the legislative level in terms of getting a discussion going about what would work for West Virginia. And under his leadership and a lot of folks like former Deputy Commissioner Steve Hanna, former Farm Bureau Director, members of the folks in the land trust community, the folks at the Soil Conservation District Board level and the County Commission level, those leaders determined whether farmland protection as a conservation program was useful in their communities and would be supported by the public. I had the unique opportunity to work with some folks that were very, very visionary, like Levon Payton, who's now the Executive Director for the Farmland Protection Authority, operated under the department. They, working with land trusts and the county farmland protection boards, utilized the federal program funding that I was associated with to enter into conservation easements with producers that provides an injection of cash into the agricultural economy in West Virginia. Also, I've been recognized for my advocacy of nutrient management planning as a conservation practice on the landscape on farms. The reason I advocate that as a practice because it's a way a landowner can make sure that his inputs are economic and his inputs don't leave the farm. It's an easy conservation practice with little pencil time, matching the soil test results from the West Virginia University Soil Test Lab with what his crop needs are. Make certain that there's no excess material to move off the farm. Couple that with erosion control, it's a white hat job that everybody should love to work at and help producers. Again, I'm honored to be recognized as an individual, but I'll tell you, I come with a huge group of people and individuals behind me from the private sector, the conservation districts, the land trusts, visionaries like Steve Hanna, Walt Helmick, Gus Douglas, Steve Miller, former Deputy Commissioner of Agriculture, former Senator Levon Payton, Nancy Ailes from the Land Trust and Cape and Lost River Land Trust. I'd also like to mention Joyce McConnell, Dean of the College of Law. She worked along with us helping let the public know about what purchase of agricultural conservation easements were and how that worked and how that could work for West Virginia. So along with her at the university and the county faculty, which works at the West Virginia University Extension Service, those folks pulled together the public meetings across the state where we ended up with farmland protection boards established and working and operating and served on their committees. So as you can see, I keep listing people that were involved and engaged, and none of this would have happened without the support and advocacy of the West Virginia Farm Bureau. It was right there, they were right there, their membership. Bob Baird, who is the current chair of the Agricultural Farmland Protection Authority, he worked diligently along with Levon and Steve and myself and others to try to get the information out and get people comfortable with this process. And we've done pretty well. We've got about $39 million worth of easements paid into West Virginia, roughly 1,600 acres a year, and about 17,000 total to date. So as a collective activity, I'm just proud to be able to work for USDA and do my part of the bigger picture here in West Virginia to support conservation.